Hey, creative ones, it's Melissa D'Antoni. Good morning from Bali. I want to talk about how to create your own economy. So, if you are a creative, if you are a change agent, if you are a freedom fighter, a truth seer, an evolutionary, creative revolutionary, you're going to want to tune into this because this is really important. If you feel called to be a new earth leader, to anchor in these higher dimensional frequencies and realities at this time and this great expansion of consciousness that we are experiencing globally, right? If you're on the planet right now, you are, everyone is experiencing this. So I want to talk about the importance of learning how to create your own economy. So one of the things that I have found in my own journey as a creative, as a healing facilitator, as an alchemist, as a transformation artist, is that, and working with lots of clients for the last 20 years, creatives, healers, change agents, that the biggest, most foundational thing that we need is a wealth consciousness perspective. It is a prosperous mindset. If you are still operating in a mentality of scarcity, lack, allowing your subconscious programming and beliefs to hold you back into these third dimensional attachments, right? It's going to be very painful in the coming months because it's going to be really hard to anchor in the fifth dimension, especially everything that's in your heart that you are here to, and in your soul's purpose, that you are here to anchor, to create, to bring into a multidimensional reality, right? So what that might look like is emotional attachment to money, to certain, belief systems, forms of security, emotional attachments that have in the past that we have subconsciously through our own programming, through religion, through our family line, through our culture and society, our country. We have really made a false god, right? Out of all these things, right? We've idolized money and materialism. We have in status and celebrity, right? And we've made that more important than truth, love, really God, your creator source, like the creative life force energy, healing, well-being. The root word of wealth is well-being. And so everyone knows, that most of the mazillion gazillionaires, in this world are not truly wealthy. They may be materially wealthy, but most of them, not all of them, but most of them are spiritually malnourished. And we are, as a global society, a spiritually malnourished society. And this is why we have globally idolized money as the source of our safety, survival, security, right? So if the economy collapses, right, because it's rooted in distortion, it's actually the perfect storm, right? It's the perfect storm to invite you to come back to your hearts, back to source, back to love, back to what's truth, back to your alignment with all that is, so that you can create and resource yourself, your sense of security, survival, really thrival, right? In co-creation with the divine, in co-creation with your creator source, with your life force, which is you, right? So if you are called to anchor in these higher visions in the fifth dimension, you are called to embrace your sovereignty. And that means that nothing outside of you can be more important than your alignment, more important than your connection and your embodiment of your own divinity, so that you can truly anchor in this unity consciousness, these next level creations that are going to support the evolution of our planet, right? And the restoration and the recalibration of our wholeness, individually, collectively, and as Mother Earth, right? So important that we reclaim our power back from the monetary system by creating our own economy, claiming our sovereignty, and learning through the practice of alchemy and healing your own trauma and the subconscious beliefs that keep us programmed. And it's, this is like one of the biggest challenges that most of us have, right? Because it's in everything. You go outside in the third dimension and it's all rooted in that belief system. So as a leader, you have to anchor this in. It's between you and the divine, right? So if you want to join me, I'm going to be doing a 6-week master mind, heart, and soul in abundance alchemy, how to create your own economy. We're going to be diving into using, if you get to the root word of economy, it's a system. It's really just an energetic system. And how you exchange value. So if you're being called to be a New Earth leader, this is so important. You cannot, so many people teach abundance consciousness and money mindset and all this stuff, but like if you're still sourcing your financial freedom and money, you're going to get a big wake-up call, right? Because the energetics are going to shift. And if you're not rooted into something higher, if you're not rooted into something deeper, which is your own creative source, your own divinity, then it doesn't matter. Like, it's like the current economy is, and the old economy, I should say, and the third dimension is really rooted in distortion and corruption and slavery and bondage. And if you're still attached to that as your savior, then you're going to go down with it. I'm just going to, unless you are rerouting and rewiring and resourcing yourself into the divine plan, your soul's purpose, right? Anchoring that in the truth. And this is such an internal job, right? We are the creators of our reality. You can create your own economy, and it's up to you to make that choice and to do the inner work to align with that in these higher states of consciousness in the fifth dimension and beyond. So if you're watching this video, this is for you. You are being called to be a way shower. This is about anchoring in, right, these new economy, these new earth grids, right, by learning how to master your own energy, because ultimately all money is energy. And the economic system is just a way that we have learned to exchange our energy, right, what we value. But if you decide you no longer value certain systems and you want to create your own system, you totally can. Right? It's if you look at it in a practical way, you have to starve the systems, right? The old systems that are breaking down, and you have to bring your power back, right? And start putting it towards what are the relationships, the companies, the collaborations that you want to exchange with, and that you want to become the sovereign creator and steward of your own money flow, right? So if you'd like to join me, private message me. I will send you the link. You can go to melissadantoni.com/events and find out more about Abundance Alchemy, how to create your own economy. I'm also going to be doing a live mastery webinar on how to create your own economy. 5 principles, might be a few more, the things that you really need to anchor this in the higher dimensions. This is calling for you. We have got to do this because this is how we anchor in the new earth timelines, right? The new earth, the fifth dimension and beyond realities, right? We need those conscious creators that are committed and passionate and devoted to their own sovereignty to anchor in these higher timelines. If this is speaking to you, private message me and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.